Hello and welcome to Folk Vang Studios. This is Craig speaking again, and welcome to another quick tutorial on how to basically import and assemble multiple parts of a character. When especially if the FBX that you have is got all the parts in one FBX, and Unreal still doesn't read it. And if anybody who's got a good eye saw that this guy is not working. That's the part of the tutorial that we're today, because this is the Minotaur, and he's in a bunch of parts right here. So as you can see, he has a lot of parts that are moving all together and synchronized, and we're going to cover that really quickly in the tutorial as well. So anyways, let's get to it. So the guy that I'm going to be working on is the imp, because he's broken on purpose. I left him this way. He's got the same amount of pieces and everything, and the animation's not syncing. But let's start with how we got him into the project. So go to his folder. I'm going to create a new folder just for temporary reasons. New folder. Demo or lesson, I don't know. And now let's go into the model. So if I bring in the model now, where is it? I'm on two different windows. Okay, I already imported him into, I had to fix a few things, so I imported him into Maya and then exported him to get him to work properly. So this is what it looks like. One giant piece, two materials separated by just the thing. So basically turn that off, and that's just one section of the model. Now once you break it up, you can actually have all these can be a different material. So let's get to it. Alright, so what I had to do is actually go into Blender. Okay, here's my model. I basically went into Maya, opened it in Maya, saved it in Maya, or imported Maya, the FBX into Maya, exported the FBX as an export all, and it jazzed it up, and it actually fixed a lot of the skeleton rig and everything for Unreal, which is great. Okay, this is called Quick Exporter. I can't my channel is too new to put it in the description, so it is on GitHub. That's what it's called. Quick, take a look. Okay, boom. If you missed that, push pause, or rewind. Basically, I already broke it up into things, but I'll just do a real quick one. So what you need to do is go into your folder structure. Yep, you get your folder structure here. Control C, because it's going to be a pain in the neck. Oh, and whoops. Also, make sure yes, that backslash is really important. So copy that. Control C. If you don't know how to do Control C, this is way too advanced for you. Okay, so click the plus button. Let's say I want to add a new body part, right? So you're going to go to here. Okay. You need to make sure that you have this, not the, yeah, basically both armatures. If it says armature, it's that's what you need. Or whatever the root bone structure is named from this guy. And then the body part that you want. So there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 body parts, which is why I did this model. Click into here, which is the path that you're saving it to. You have to click that, name it something else. And I did not spell that correctly, and I don't care. And then you just click Add Selected here under Objects. Add Selected. It should have at least one of your armature roots and the body part that you want to export. You need these both, because this is how you export a skeletal mesh. And then all these can kind of basically be default. And then you just do export all. It takes a couple seconds. For the Minotaur, it took a very long time. Compare mostly. So here's the Minotaur guy, right? He's got all of these things in here. All these body parts had to be separated and basically exported at once. Also, you have to make sure that the path that you're writing to is in every this is a pain in the neck part, right? Every single one of these has to make sure you have the path. Also, you have to have the armature, because the skeletal mesh has to match the skeleton of the body, or whatever you're importing. So let's close out of there. Don't save. I don't care to save. Go into here. I'm going to go to my models. Give me a second here. Let me move that window over so you can actually see. This is part of Unity, so it's cluttered as heck. I got to sort by type, and then just select, whoops, everything here. I'm not doing something. I can't even pronounce that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm just doing body, horns, imp. No, not even imp. Body, horns, tail, wings. Okay. So I'm just doing that. Actually, first, sorry. I'm going to import body first. There's a reason for this. Import the body, skeletal mesh, import mesh. You don't have to import animations. If you want, you can. Don't have to. Yes, there will be errors. Boom. Okay, now we get the body. And oh, actually, he uses the same skeleton. Oh no, never mind. I know what happened. Delete all that. I don't need that. Okay. Sorry, this is what happens when you're talking and thinking at the same time, right? Okay, everything else is fine. Import all. I did not make a physical asset. I probably should. That's just an easy create physics asset, create, boom, done. And you have to adjust it. I'm not going to bother with that. We'll get to him shortly. And then from there, then you do I don't need the body. Where's the body? Okay, there's the body. I just need these 4 items. Go into here, geometry, the body skeleton, which is right here. Oh, right here, sorry, body skeleton. Import all. Okay. So, and then you see it imports properly. Okay. Happy days. Okay, so next step is actually save all. Now, if you do want the animation from the original, I think the animation worked with this. If you do want the animation, then you can do this, the final step. Uncheck mesh. In here, make sure your uniform scale is correct. I had to actually scale him up, so I don't have to do anything there. Where was it? This one right here, make sure these are set. I used this, and I really like the other way I've been doing it, which I'll quickly do a refresher. That was just a big pain in the absolute neck, right? And the animation should, if I can find it, here it is, right here. So now he's got all his animations all set, all rigged for the body that you just re-imported, or the skeletal mesh, because they all share the same skeleton, thankfully. And oh, if you right here, this is the range animation import that I showed from another, from the last video that I did. You have to do this, uncheck this, type in the range of frames that you want, and save. Type in the new range, save. Type in the new range and save. Way faster than and more efficient than the other way. But the other way is good if you don't have $11 to spend on, and you don't want to install Unreal 5.1. All right, now we got him in here. Let's just go to this, make a blueprint class. I'm just gonna make him as a pawn. Blah 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 blah. Whoops. I don't care for names. Go like hit that, control space, whatever it is. I've been doing this so many times. I have it all memorized now. Whoops. I'm not doing it in there. I'm doing it in demo. So you want to grab the body. He wants to be the default row. Well, actually, you want your capsule collider, right? This is going a little above and beyond, but you drag the capsule up, boom, and then the body's under there, right? And then from there you want your body parts, which is this, and I think I feel like there should be one more, but it doesn't matter. And you just drag those under, boom. Okay, there they are. Now you go like this, you add that, you do the asset, and you go to, okay, I'm just going to do this. Not even going to bother. Okay, see, they're not synced up. Okay, and now let's fix that. Do compile, whoops. Go into constructor. This is the construction script. This is the one first. You go to this, you grab, actually you just right click. Type in LEAD for like lead or leader. It can be anything. Set leader, well, except for body. But that's easy to fix. Hold control, drag that to there. Grab your horns and wings, boom, throw them in here. Move that out of the way. Go to tail, boom. I'm doing this slow because my mouse is on super sensitive. Hit compile. Go back to your thing. Boom. Viewport. Oops. That didn't work for some reason. It should have worked. Oh, that's why. I was talking and thinking at the same time. Okay, now it works. Compile. Boom. Okay, here we go. Now everything's synced together. Voila. Okay, great. Now, if I want to, you know what? I don't have multiple materials, but now I can go into, imp. Yeah, Infinity PBR is a guy. I mean, I just like his work. I can make that red. Oh, that's his tail. That's in the back. See his tail. Let me go to wings. Something a little. Actually, let's make them black. Right now, I can just jazz it up like crazy. Right, I can make that red too, and I can just do. Now I have a little more flexibility on things I want to do. Well, you can also import in your import settings. You can also do not merge. You know, keep items separate. So that's basically that. And let's just go over the Minotaur real quick. This is my favorite character. Well, besides the Harlequin, these two are my favorites. I mean, every RPG needs a Minotaur. I mean, if it doesn't have a Minotaur, it's not an RPG, all right, or medieval fantasy stuff. If you go into here, I mean, there's a lot of parts, right? So this is what I had to break it up. I didn't have to. Now, last note. This, as you can see, there's a lot of moving parts that have to be synced up together. This is not very performance good if you have like 5, 6, 10, 100 Minotaurs in your... Hopefully you don't, because that would be terrifying. But if you have a lot in your scene, this is going to be really intensive on performance. Boom, your character's created. He's unique. He's different than the other characters, and you can do that with NPCs and all the other stuff. So there's a lot of things that you can do with this setup now that you can't do when you just have a single body like what I've been working with for a long time, right? So I can just I could just take off all this stuff here, and now he's basically got a bunch of now he's got like one piece of armor on and a couple other things. But there's a lot of things in customizations you can do, which is really awesome, with breaking up your FBXs into separate files. And I mean, it's a little bit of work to set it up and import. And if you're an indie person, like a solo indie like me, your time is critical, so you can't really spend a lot of time I have doing all this. So and that's why, that's just why this is kind of like something you want to do on a character basis. Like, how important is the Minotaur to you? To me, the Minotaur is pretty important, so I'm going to keep him in the scene, right? This guy, I mean, he's not really that important to customize too much, so I really don't care. But he was just an easy to demonstrate the technique with. Like the main character, you really want him customized. This guy really doesn't matter. The Bombardier Beetle, I mean, who cares sometimes? The Harlequin can just change textures, which is basically all that's actually all she has. And a succubus back there, well, we can't really show her without being flagged for indecency or something. But anyways, that's it for today. This was a little way longer than expected, but have a great rest of your whenever you're watching this. Bye.